What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Chris Jack back with another one. I don't know why it doesn't zoom in. Hold on one second. Hold on. I gotta see something. That's kind of whack. Alright. Well, you got this. Situation. Don't judge. But I'm still getting this stuff situated. When I record, I usually do this zoomed in. So the fact that I can't zoom in right now is kind of killing me. But whatever the fact, it is what it is. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Chris Jack back with another one. And I was watching YouTube. And I just got pissed off. So the trending topic right now is, are passport bros selling a dream? Now, I'm not going to tell you that I'm a passport bro. I'm not. I'm not. And by the way, I'm recording this for my GoPro, so if anybody logs into the stream, I don't have the chat open. I'm actually using that as, using my phone as light too. So I can't really see what you guys are saying. So I apologize if I'm not responding. However, I just want to say, yeah, I was watching YouTube, and I was watching a stream just now. I don't remember the guy's name, but it's not a shot at him. But I've heard this talking point through a lot of people. And this conversation was pretty much sparked up. This guy, I can say the name because he started the conversation, Austin started this conversation. Now, I kind of watched some of the videos, and, you know, it is what it is. But I agree with some of the things that he's saying, and I don't agree with some of the things he's saying. And that's his opinion, that's his experience and where he's been. It kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? Who am I to tell him he can't have an opinion on how he feels about something? That's, you know, that's retarded. But I want to get more into the Asia side of things, because he's South America. I have been through Latin America, but the countries and cities that he's been, I haven't been to, so I can't really talk about that. That's his first selling point. Listen, I've been to this many places and this many cities. If you haven't done that, don't talk to me. You know what I mean? Scholar does the same thing. So, and I respect that. Like, I can't talk about something that I haven't done. So I respect it. You know what I mean? One thing I have done is Thailand. I just recently came back from Thailand. And are the passport bros selling a dream? Now, I met some of them. I did meet some of them. Are they selling a dream? I'm gonna give you my opinion. I'm nobody. I got 600 subs. Who am I, right? Who am I? But I have been to Thailand. I stayed for a month, and then I did like a little Asia tour, and then I went back for a week. So I did 5 weeks in Thailand. Not enough to really tell you how dating is there, but I can tell you the terrain, I can tell you the environment, I can tell you what goes on in that little short space of time. And most people that aren't travelers by trade, I guess you can say, you can't be a traveler by trade, but you know what I mean. People that don't stay in these places long periods of time, they can't really sit there. They're there for 1, 2, 3 weeks. I've been there for 5. Again, that's not really different from a person that did 3 weeks necessarily, but definitely more than 1 or 2 weeks, right? You tell a girl that you're here for the month or for some time. That's usually what I say. I'm here from I'm here for a minute. I don't get into specifics of how long, because then they put you in a box. But whatever. That's just a little game. I ain't no player. I'm not no alpha male and this, that, and the third. I don't preach none of that. I'm just me. I'm just telling you what I experienced in the country. And when I do travel, I never get into time lengths, because then again, they'll put you into a certain box. But if you're only going for a week, you're only going to see what's there for a week. Now, specifically pattaya or pattaya, tomato. Yes. Is there an element out there that can be falsified through YouTube. Of course. Are they selling a dream though? I don't know if I agree with that. I really don't know if I agree with that. Because when I got out there, I'll tell you, everything that they said I could get, I got. I'm getting women, well, in my recent times, I'm getting women that I feel would be harder to obtain here in America. I'm from New York, for full disclaimer. I'm getting women here, I'm getting women there that I would feel is hard to obtain in America. That's true. Is the economy cheap? That is true. Are the women, I'm not gonna sit here and act like they throwing themselves at me, but were they? Depending on where I went, that is true. The how is the only thing I will say that can have like a falsified stigma to it. They're not going out there just because of who you are. They're not going out there even because you're American. I feel like the American part, even though I feel like that plays a little bit of a higher role than anybody from, like, let's say the UK or Australia. There's a lot of people from the Middle East, Dubai and stuff. A lot of Middle Easterns, a lot of Indians. There's people from all over. There's people from Africa there. The girls from Kenya is abundant. Like, if you don't like Asians, go to Thailand just for the Kenyans. Or anybody from Africa, but they're mainly Kenyans there. I don't believe it's necessarily selling a dream. I will say the how is the part that they're leaving out. You're not going to the airport and there's 40 versions just lining up for you. That's not happening. That's cap. But do you get everything that they're advertising? I would say absolutely. I would say absolutely. Now, the only thing that matters is if you care on how. Pay for play is a huge thing. I'm starting to notice. The movement, I forgot who said it, but the movement started about going abroad and finding a wife, right? But the internet, YouTube specifically, only started in 2006. I would say this movement probably started in about, well, the pickup game movement started in about 11. Then Red Pill started in about 2014. Then Passport Bros probably started in about 16. I've been here for it all. I've been watching it all. 16, and then it really started to pick up steam right before the pandemic. Then pandemic happened. Everybody was on YouTube. We all watching it. The movement blew up, right? I remember watching Zoom to Thailand's video about that girl that he was with in like 2015. It only blew up recently. I want to say within the last, what, like 3 years ago, 2 years ago it blew up. He put that video out years ago. Maybe it wasn't 2015, might have been 17 or 16, but it was a long time ago. And I've been watching it because I've been into travel. The how is the only common denominator that I'm realizing between all the people in the movement, that they're leaving that part out. And rightfully so. You never count a man's pockets. If you pay for Jordans and you know Jordans is this much, but you got it for this much, are you going to tell people that you got it for that much? I mean, you might, but for the most part, you don't want people like trying to be like, oh, you cap. You don't want to hit it. You don't want to hit a shit talk. So you'll just be like, yeah, I got them too. And it's kind of the same thing in Thailand. And I would argue it's probably the same thing around most places. Are they selling a dream? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. I do believe that, and pardon the studio quality, I was driving and I had to like just pull over and just do this really quick. And this is the first time, so don't judge. But, and I kind of like this, so I might do this more. I don't really have like a studio in my house. So I kind of like this. I can yell as loud as I want. I can be in my own space. Yeah, I kind of like this. But I don't like the layout. Like when I record videos, I'm able to zoom in and it's like this much here. This is a little bit different, but that's besides the point. Let me not veer off the topic. Passport Bros. Me personally, I've been to a couple places at this point. Not many. I can't sit there and be like, I'm a world traveler. I've been to some places. I live in North America. I've been to Latin America, and I've been to Asia, right? They always talk about the big three. That is DR, that is Colombia, that is Brazil. Why Thailand is not in that, I'm confused. Why Costa Rica is not in that, I'm confused. That is a guy, Flyboy. Anybody that matters knows who I'm talking about. Flyboy, he talks about Costa Rica. And there's probably other people that do. I'm not really sure. But I know Flyboy has talked about it. But it's not talked about as... Like, you go to Jaco or Manuel Antonio, it deserves in a conversation. You know what I mean? But one thing I realized, another common denominator between the passport bros is they're going to areas where pay for play, or gymnastics, as I've recently heard it called, is prevalent. Yeah. That's pretty much the common denominator between these places. And I think travel is so much more than that. That's why I don't consider myself a passport bro. I'm a man. If I'm going to a place and I see a woman I like, damn right I'm going to talk to her. But at the same time, am I going there just for that? No. Sorry. I would not have gone to Vietnam if that was the case. No disrespect to Vietnam. I love Vietnam. I actually really love Hanoi. If you haven't been to Hanoi, go to Hanoi. Amazing place. But I wouldn't go to some of these places that I've been to if that were the case. I actually had somebody kind of in it, not in their feelings, but they told me upset at first. That's exactly what they used. Upset at first that I didn't stay in Thailand because I wanted to visit other countries in Asia. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And we had a conversation and I was telling them Cambodia is a place, got beautiful women there and there's history there and there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can see. And they were telling me that they don't think Cambodia is going to ever be on the list because that's not where the movement is going. And I'm like to myself, so you only go to places because the movement is going there? Like, it's never going to be a point, like, don't get me wrong, I will follow at times. But the trend is never going to be my friend when it comes to travel. I'm sorry, it's not. Like, I want to go see a place, that's where I'm going. And I'm going to get back to the passport bros. I just want to get context out for why I got upset and where my mindset was to get to where I'm at. And when it comes to, the passport, I'm not going to you're telling me I'm going 10,000 miles to Monger? I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. And that's another term that if you don't know, that's the term that they're using. I'm not doing that. I'm like, wait, I'm going to country to pill. That's what I'm going to country to pill. That's what I'm doing. I'm here for the cult, not for necessarily the culture. I think that's like cap when people say that, but it is. You go in there to experience a new environment. You know what I mean? I feel like it's you just want to see what's out there, and I'm no different. Like, I really believe that travel is the best classroom that you can ever have in your life. There's nothing a textbook or a book can teach you that getting on a plane and going won't teach you even more. There's not one. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe I'm bugging. I have no idea. But I can't tell you a better classroom than travel itself. And me, I like history. So those are my motivations to see different countries. And again, because I'm on YouTube, or at least trying to be on YouTube. I only got 600 subscribers. I ain't nobody. But at least trying to, like, get into this industry. Because I want to record it, it does kind of add to the fact that, okay, I haven't been here. I have no personal ties to this place. But because I want to record it, I'm going there. That's kind of where the passport bros are, like, they've been onto something. Let's say that. They've been onto something. Is it better to be overseas? Is it better to be overseas than America? In some cases it is. The economy. The fact that you're waking up in a different place, I don't care who you are. You could be in England, waking up in Africa. That is going to be a new adventure to you. The fact that the women are different. I'm not saying that they're better. I'm not saying that. Because as soon as I got back to America, I had to take a detour to North Carolina. And I was like, oh, she got red hair. Oh, white girl with ass. Okay. You know, I started to appreciate what America had to give in terms of women. But are they different over there? Absolutely. Are they more submissive? Are they more this, that, and the third? There's elements of that. I'm not going to sit here and cap. So are the passport bros selling a dream based on all that stuff? Listen, I am bouncing off the walls here. But I just got pissed off because I was watching a stream. Let me just get to that. I was watching a stream, and there was this guy watching Game Abroad's video. Now, I got no beef with Game Abroad. I got no beef with the guy. I don't remember his name. But he was saying that the girl that he got, he had to have paid a bar fine. I am not a G. I am just an average black man just trying to make it in the world. I have not paid no bar fines, and I have enjoyed myself from Soy 6 and LK Metro. And massage parlors. Okay? I'm not gonna say I'd never paid a bar fine. I paid a bar fine one time, and that was because of the circumstance that it was in, and that wasn't even in Pattaya, it was in Phuket. In Pattaya, I've never paid a bar fine. That's facts. Now, how you get around that is easily just walking down Soy 6, letting the girls grab you up. They almost pop my chain, trying to get their attention because they want everything they want. Now I'm talking to the people that's probably even never been there or thinking of going there. All the girls on Soy 6 or LK Metro, where I prefer LK Metro, I'll tell you that right now, that's a better place. That's just my opinion. Soy 6 is cool. Go down it once if you've never been to Pattaya. But LK Metro, to me, is just a better situation. I'm sorry, I like it better. Go down that block once. Walk. Now, again, this also depends on what you look like, who you are, your charisma, your personality. I can't tell you this is going to work for everybody. This is just work for me. When you walk down the block, when the girls approach you, if it's a girl that you like, hey, listen, I got to go to Walking Street after this. I'm not staying, but I'd love to meet you after. Hey, put your Instagram in my phone and I'll hit you up after. There's no harm in that at all. There's no harm in that, and I probably gave way too much game already just now. Because these people want you to buy courses and all. I can't, like, I get it. Information is to be sold, not told. I get it, but this is what I'm doing. This is the only time you'll hear it in this video. It is what it is. Get their contact information, get their WhatsApp, if their line, get their line. Get Instagram, whatever the case may be. Just walk down the block. They're going to come to you. Then just say, hey, I can't drink right now. I'm going somewhere else. I don't care if it's Tree Town, the Tree Town Market, whatever. Just go just tell them you're going somewhere, that you're not staying. Even if you're going to one of the bars down. To me, Seduction is the best. They got the best fatties over there. It is what it is. I'll probably get ties just for saying that word, but I'm just telling you, I'm keeping it a buck here. Seduction is one of the best places, in my opinion. Woof. I mean, again, this is from the time that I'm saying this video could change. These girls are on 10-day contracts, and they renew the 10-day contract. So if you go 10 days from now, the whole atmosphere probably changed. Generally not the case, but it could, right? So you get their contact information. These places close at 2 o'clock, and most of them are going over to Walking Street. Why? Because they want to fly in clientele. That is Pattaya. It is a pay-for-play environment. Vegas wish it was half of what Pattaya was. Period. If you combine Florida and Vegas, you get Pattaya. Period. That is Pattaya. Now, You go over, you tell them you're going to Walking Street or what. Matter of fact, I told them I was going to Walking Street because I know that's where they're all going. After 2 o'clock, usually Flex is like, 808 is like open until about 2 or 3 o'clock. Then usually people go from 808 to Flex, and then Flex can be open till all hours in the morning. Like, I remember one time I left there at 8 in the morning to go get breakfast. Like, it's just, that's the routine, and it's a constant thing. And let me tell you something. Sorry, I'm just in my head, and I was just going off watching the video. I'm like, are you crazy? If you're in 808, Flex, I'd even include Mist. All of the women there are for sale. Period. All of them are for sale. Let me not say all, because life isn't perfect. I'd say at least 95% of the women in there are for sale. Period. So if you're meeting a girl in there, understand that at the end of the night, if she's talking to you, she's giving you play, she's going to ask for something. Now, could you get it for free technically? Yes. Again, I will sit here and tell you that some girls will play the long game, some girls will play the short game. What that means is, the short game is, I want the money now. The long game is, I want more money over time. The smart ones do it the long way. But then sometimes the smart ones get played and burned, and they give it up for free, and they never hear from the guy again, right? That's why there's short play girls. Short play girls will, get the money now and not really care. This is why when it comes to 808, Flex, or even Mist, it doesn't matter about the game. Just go up to them and ask them for their information, because they see you as a client. If you went to Foot Locker and you if you went to Foot Locker and you told one of the associates, this kind of doesn't really work in this sense, but if you went to one of the associates, says, let me get your number, I can't buy it right now, but I'll order it tomorrow. You don't think that they're gonna possibly give you a throwaway? Even if it's an Instagram, they'll give you the Instagram. You know why? Because it's a new follower. It's someone that it's not intrusive. They could just block you, if anything. And then guess what? It's potential money. So you could just go into Foot Locker and be like, listen, I don't got the money now, but I'd like to order it from this store from you. Let them get the commission, and then you get sneakers tomorrow. They're going to most likely say yes. You don't have to say, hey, you don't have to introduce yourself. You don't have to get to know their family, their history, their lifestyle. You don't have to get to know none of that. You're just walking in there and just saying, hey, I like this sneaker. I don't got the money on me right now, and I'm leaving. Do you mind? I want to give you the commission because you helped me out with this. You mind to get your Instagram, and I will buy the sneaker tomorrow. 808, Flex, and Mist. In fact, I would say the library, as it's so called, Soy 6, LK Metro, 9 Plaza, it don't matter what it is, it's the same thing. Get the Instagram and go. Then after 2 o'clock, hit them up. That is how you avoid bar fines. There was a guy, and this is why I was so mad. There was a guy, he was talking about Pattaya in Thailand, talking about if you're with a girl, you have to pay a bar fine, blah, 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 blah. No, you don't. In fact, I don't even understand the concept of paying for a bar fine. Now, the only way I will sit there and say I get it is a time constraint. For example, sailors. Sailors, they may have to report to shift at 4 o'clock. They can't wait till 2 o'clock to pay that bar fine. To avoid the bar fine. So they'll pay early so that by 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, they doing what they got to do. By 12 o'clock, they done, so they can get 4 hours of sleep to be up by 4 o'clock. That I get. But if you're visiting the country, your Airbnb's in the country, you're staying in the country, what are you paying a bar fine for? Does it, unless you want to do a day trip, they usually start work at 2 and they end work at 2. It's kind of slavery if you think about it, because a lot of them live there. Let me not say slavery, but just the way I hear these girls talk and some of the things they got to go through, it is they usually start work at 2 o'clock, sometimes 4 or 3, depending if it's a massage parlor, Soy 6, LK Metro, depends. But generally the common denominator is going to be 2 o'clock, right? They start at 2 o'clock, and they will work. Now, as the day goes on, the bar fine gets lower and lower and lower. By